last month I meant to read a prayer, which I'm going to read today, which I think is fitting given what's going on right now. Let every round find its mark against the enemies of righteousness and our great nation. Give them wisdom in every decision, endurance for the trial ahead, unbreakable unity, and overwhelming violence of action against those who deserve no mercy. Preserve their lives, sharpen their resolve, and let justice be executed swiftly and without remorse, that evil may be driven back and wicked souls delivered to the eternal damnation prepared for them.
He's casting Iran as enemies of righteousness and an evil that must be driven back, which is consistent with what he's written about the Crusades. And he continually refers to the U.S. military having the divine providence of God.
The providence of our Almighty God is there protecting those troops, and we're committed to this mission.
The fact that there are at least people in the Trump administration's orbit, even if not Trump himself, who are very comfortable with Christianity versus Islam bringing into this, I think that's pretty telling.
And if an important cabinet member like Pete Hegseth sees the war as more than Iran versus the US, but rather as Islam versus Christianity, then that presents the stakes of the conflict in potentially dangerous ways.
A consistent theme that we've heard from Hegseth's rhetoric is sort of getting the lawyers out of the way the U.S. fights wars, about cutting back on sort of overly restrictive targeting guidelines, for instance. And when you see things like the destruction of the school on the first day of the war in Iran that killed almost 200 school children, I think it's fair to ask questions about just how much they were sort of pulling back on the amount of scrutiny that these targeting decisions were getting.
I just can't believe it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know much about this guy, and I still don't. I don't want to know much about that guy. Like, he scum of the earth. He's manipulation. You know what I'm saying? He's manipulation with power. When they be talking about death to America, they talking about people like him. They're not talking about people like us. They're talking about people like Pete Hegseth. I really, really, really do this. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to talk bad about people like Pete Hegseth or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I got to show you that there's evil people. There's evil Christians out here, bro. There's some bad Christians out here. And that guy's one. And you got to know who it is. Don't let him pray to you thinking that just because he praying that, oh, you know what I'm saying, everything's goody two-shoes. You see, he praying, and guess what? Killed 200 kids on the first day. 200 kids, they shot. What? I bet you they did that on purpose.